Hi, I'm Shoestring Jane and welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things frugal, thrifty and money saving, as well as just general life really. So I thought I would do a little chatty life update type thing. I have been useless this week and haven't filmed anything. I don't really know why. I think I've been a bit kind of scatterbrained. There's been a few things that have happened that well, no, I mean, my concentration's rubbish anyway. I can't blame it on anything else. But I think the stuff with the house move has made me feel a bit scatterbrained because you're all the time thinking, what's happening? What's going to happen? You know, what's the scenario? So how's it going to end? Are we going to move? You know, panic, panic, panic. So we had our electrician's report back. Well, it wasn't ours. It was our purchaser's electrician's report. And we have a few problems with our electrics. We probably should have got them checked when we've been here. Things are generally working, and I don't know anything about electrics, so I wouldn't really know unless something stopped working whether there was something wrong. But because they generally bodged everything, the people that lived here before us, we probably should have got them checked because on the assumption that they would have bodged some of the things that they did. Because, for example, they put the oven in, and I think they did it themselves, and they didn't put a cut-off switch. There is no cut-off switch to our oven. And it never really occurred to us. Just didn't occur to either of us. I knew other people had them, but I didn't know they had to have one. But there are a few things like that. They'd put in some lights and done them really badly. And they're just a few kind of general maintenance issues. But it's meant that we've had to just slightly reduce the price in order for it to continue. Nothing major. But just so that they can afford to get the work done, which is absolutely fair enough. We had an electrical report done on the property we're purchasing, which came up with a few things as well that we could get done, but they're very minor, so we're not going to kind of do anything, kind of deals on that. It's nothing urgent. It's all just kind of routine maintenance stuff that we can do as we go along. So those were the last kind of things that were going on. We knew that we were ready to go as far as our purchase went. We've only in a chain of 3, and the purchase was ready. The solicitor's done everything they needed to do. But of course, without our buyer, there's not much we can do because we need the money in order to proceed with the purchase. So it's been a little tense because you don't know what's happening, do you? So I started chasing people up early in the week. It's Friday as I'm recording this. Monday, I got onto all the agents and the solicitors and everybody and started saying, you know, what's going on? What's holding us up at this point? And it seems that the purchaser solicitor is one of these quite, you know, they have processes that they follow and they're quite slow. They didn't do any queries on our property until they'd got the local authority search back, and they used an agency to do local authority search, which took my solicitor 5 days to do on the property we're buying. It took them a month to do, so I just don't know why it took them so long. So, but there's things like that going on. It's kind of frustrating, and you couldn't get any timescales out of everybody. But we have now agreed everybody is happy to work towards mid-October. So with that in mind, I've been pulling boxes down and started to do some packing up, which you will see. It's a bit of a mini vlog because I haven't filmed very much. Justin's hardly been here this week. He's been kind of tied up with his mum. He's not really very well at the moment. We had other things going on as well. We had a family party on Sunday for my daughter's 30th, which went really well. And I will show you, I don't think I've shown you that already. I'll show you the cakes I got for her. Now, they're not remotely frugal, but they're absolutely beautiful. And I just think that for somebody's 30th birthday, if you can't splash out, then when can you splash out? I could have made a cake and been really frugal, but, you know, I budget for birthdays and holidays and Christmas and that kind of thing. So I did splash out. This lady that does the cakes is just incredible. I think she's an artist, really. But I'll show you them, see what you think. What else? My middle daughter spent 13 hours in A&E. 13 hours. She went, actually it was more than that because she went the previous afternoon, waited for I think something like 2 or 3 hours, and they said to her, you know, it's just, you're going to be here in the night because it's just not going to happen. We've got so many people ahead of you. So she went home, went back at 7 a.m. They did a scan at some point during the day and did think that she had some issues and might need emergency surgery. but she had to kind of keep waiting on various parts of, the process. Finally, they said they were going to admit her and do another scan the following morning to double check the diagnosis. And she probably would need immediate surgery. So we were all panicked. She's in London and we were like an hour and a half away. All in a bit of a panic, thinking, well, oh gosh, we're going to have to go up there and bring her home for a bit if she's had surgery. The following morning they did the scan, and amazingly and luckily they didn't think it was what they thought it was originally. So it's nothing too major. There is an issue there, but it can be resolved without surgery, so that's good. So that was a bit of a panic, and I was running around trying to reschedule all my little jobs that I had scheduled for the week, and in case I had to just drop everything and go up to London. So it would have been today that I'd have had to go. So I don't have to now. All is well. So we only have, if you think we have maybe a month until we move, a week of that we're actually on holiday. So this is why I really want to kind of get to grips with it, and not for it all not to be last minute. Unfortunately, my daughter's friend who has a van, who was going to help her with the boot sale, has had COVID for a couple of weeks and was really not feeling very well, but they were going to do it this Sunday. That was their planned sort of last date to do it. They're running out of kind of boot sale time. I mean, I guess they do keep going on, and they won't have quite so many people, but they'll be one of the few stores with some really decent stuff. So we've still got a shed of boot sale stuff that needs to go. So I'm really hoping that'll go next Sunday whilst we're on holiday. I have to make sure she doesn't take some of the things that we actually want to keep. I got a quote I've been collecting boxes first of all. My daughter when she moved house, I did collect them because I knew that we were going to move at some point during the year. Plus I've been collecting boxes from anywhere else. I've asked from Free Cycle. A lady said, yes, I've got some. And I was out with my mum. And by the time I'd actually got to her, she said, oh no, they've gone. And I thought, you just offered them to me from a wanted ad. You'd think you would hang on until I had the chance to reply, but she'd actually put it on and given them to someone else. So that was disappointing. But I have got quite a lot. We are going to need some more. So that's going to be a task. I'm still putting a plea on Free Cycle and Frugal locally, but I'm going to put something on Marketplace as well, I think, just to make sure we get enough boxes to get everything packed up. I got somebody around to give us a quote for the removal. Well, if you've moved in the UK recently, you'll know that it can literally cost thousands and thousands, £5,000. I think somebody told me that they were quoted £5,000. I think that might have been with the packing as well as a couple of big removal vans. Well, I don't think we've got that much stuff. It's only a 3-bedroom house. I've got the guy I had him coming around who moved my daughter, and we found him. It was a great price. I think I mentioned him in a previous video. He started out as a man with a van. Now he's a man with a van and a bigger van. So that's good. He can do us in the bigger van in one fell swoop. And he's quoted us about £800, which I think is a very good price to move a 3-bedroom house and all its contents. Well, not the house, you know what I mean. Anyway, so I think that's quite good. But, it's an expensive process. You have to save money where you can and make money where you can. I'm trying to work. But as I say, I'm a bit fragmented. It's hard to really focus on working when your brain is all over the place with this stuff. So perhaps Justin's right and we do need the holiday. Anyway, let me show you some of what we've been up to this week. It's not very much. It is a mini vlog, as I say. I didn't actually record all that much. Here you go. Here is my decorating efforts for my daughter's 30th birthday. I think I'm quite pleased. This is some of the memories that I found and the mementos. So I've decorated the hallway. A few more photos over there and a few more things here. Family members with Becky and her brownies, all her badges that she got. She got loads. She was well into brownies. It's a nice cheap bit of party decoration. We are trying to work out how to put together this balloon deco kit. Oh grief, that's going to be fun. My daughter's going to help me with that. So this is the calm before the storm. Justin and my youngest daughter Isabel have just been doing this balloon arch extravaganza, which looks quite cool. And we've got all those chairs ready for everybody. A few birthday banners and things. I want to put some more balloons up there actually. Bit of birthday bunting. Got her old school work out for everybody to peruse. And beautiful cake. Look at this cake. Now, this is not remotely frugal. I spent quite a lot of money on this cake, but you're only 30 once. And here's a little display. Here's a little daughter. A little 3 daughter. Yeah, so we're just getting all the food ready and all ready to go. I don't want to be in the picture. Yes. Ready, Becky? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Becky. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Spit on the cake. Spit on the cake. Yay! Bit of a grey morning today in so many ways. The weather's been very wet, which is good. We needed it. We're still in drought and everything needed it so much. My hair's gone a bit crazy in the rain. Come on, Archie. It's been so slow this morning. Don't know why. And of course it's Friday morning, and yesterday it was announced that the Queen had died, which is really sad. I think she was just, well, I'm not a royalist. I'm not desperately into the monarchy, but I'm also not kind of against it either. And she had a lot that was admirable about her. So I feel really sad today. I had to stop filming because Archie just decided we were going home. He's been very weird the last couple of days. I had to put him on his lead to drag him. Come on, Archie. I wonder if he's got something wrong with him, like an ear infection or something. He doesn't seem really quite himself. If you get your ball, he's himself. He still wants to go and play with the ball. But yesterday morning he didn't want to go out. I tried to take him out. Didn't want to go out, so I was going off cleaning, so I took him back and left him with my daughter. And this morning I've taken him because he needs a long walk in the morning. So I've dragged him down here, but we're doing a curtailed version. Anyway, I was saying about the Queen. And I went on Twitter and I was kind of disgusted about how some people have reacted. You know, I think, well, she was in the end someone's mother and grandmother and great grandmother, so if you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. You don't have to be a royalist, but you also don't have to be rude and sarcastic about somebody dying. So I wasn't too impressed with that, but generally speaking, the BBC, I ended up having it on in the background because I was working, but on my laptop. But it felt like they were circling like vultures for about 5 hours before they actually announced that she'd gone. I think she'd gone already, but they just hadn't told anybody. Waited until all the family were there. But anyway, it's very sad day. Couldn't help but admire and be fond of our Queenie. And I can't quite get my head around King Charles yet. I'm not, and I watched The Crown. I'm not entirely a fan of Charles anyway, but you know, you've got to give him a chance, haven't you, really? So anyway, stop burbling on. If you're not from the UK, you're probably wondering what all the fuss is about. As you can see, we are back in the car. Archie is just in such a naughty mood. He's looking for stuff all the time. He's trying to get the poo bags out of my bag so I could chew them. Giving him 2 of his balls, but it doesn't seem to be placating him. He didn't want really any of sort of a walk. We had a bit of one, only because I dragged him round half the way, and then he ran ahead and wanted to come back to the car. So I don't know what's wrong with him. I've looked at his ears. One of them looks just slightly pink, but Not really. I mean, they're both warm because ears are warm inside, aren't they? I don't think that they're red or anything. So I don't know what's wrong with him. He's a very funny mood. Perhaps he's a teenager now. The packing has commenced. I need to get some more boxes down from the attic, but that's a fairly empty shelf. And it's very messy over here, but that's a fairly empty bookshelf. A few more boxes down there. I've done some packing upstairs, but I'd done that a few weeks ago. So this is what I've done today. Got a big pile of stuff I need to sort out here. And there's all my eBay books that I'm selling at the bottom there. So I can't really pack those away yet in case I sell them. So yeah, making progress. And I've just got a load of boxes down that we've been keeping for bits and pieces in the attic. That's my pile from the attic that needs reorganising. And I've got lots of boxes. I need to organise those first then. So that's where I've got to so far. This afternoon's jobs are to finish a blog post that I have written for shoestringcottage.com and then to do a little bit more packing and sorting. So wish me luck. Hopefully I will still be able to do some sort of video next week, but I'm really not sure because, as I say, we're going to be away. My daughter's here to look after the cats. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to stress myself out. I think if we need a holiday. So you may see me, you may not. If you like videos about frugality and saving money and living a more simple lifestyle, then please do subscribe. If you enjoyed this waffle, give me the thumbs up. You'll get a bit of lifestyle chucked in as well. I just like to do our walks and let you know what we've been up to generally. So if you like that kind of thing, do subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.